What's up guys, it's Jen and welcome back to my channel. I haven't probably uploaded in like 2 weeks and that is all for a very good reason, mind you. Probably one of the biggest reasons is I haven't had the time because I recently began my very first full-time job right out of college. Or right after college, should I say. Yeah, so it's really exciting and it's something that I've been manifesting, and if you've seen my other vlogs before this video, you definitely do see videos of me going in for interviews and me giving you interview tips and just things that I've been going through after like my post-grad life, let's say. So in this video, one of my main goals is to share with you how I was able to manifest my dream job really, and how I was able to manifest the perfect company for me and everything that's just so suitable for me, and it's so perfect, and how the law of attraction really helped me out, and just praying and just being able to have this job has been such an awesome opportunity. And right now I'm a couple weeks into my job, so that's why I haven't been able to film. It's been super hectic, especially because of the distance that my job is from where I live, but I do plan on moving out there eventually. This is very exciting, and it's something that I've been meaning to share with you, and also share with you some tips and things that I've been going through, and just it's so crazy. There's so much tea, let's just say that. So with that said, let's get this story and let's get this whole video started. I first started applying to jobs, I want to say late September, early October. So I did not have a full-time job during the months of June through September because I was working a lot of freelance gigs, and I was also working a lot of just smaller projects that were taking up most of my time. And I was also just trying to figure myself out and trying to take that time to rest and to take that time to really try to figure out what I wanted to do after college, what I wanted to follow, a pathway. Because if you guys probably don't know, what I studied was actually television and film and media studies at the university that I went to. So I recently graduated in May, like late May. So I took a big chunk of that time to really just spend it with my family. A lot of my family came from like out of state or even out of the country. I knew I had a couple of projects and gigs lined up right after college. And so one of the main things that I was able to do that I'm still working on right now is a documentary series that I can't really talk much about because of legal reasons. I'm really excited to share with you guys eventually when it does come out. I knew I really liked editing also because I have this like love and hate thing for it, but mostly love, I'd say, because I did a full-on feature documentary with an Emmy award-winning producer and director, and I was super lucky to do that and interned for her and then eventually worked for her. So I later on got a recommendation from her to work for this docuseries that I was telling you guys about. I officially started applying late September. I did get a couple of replies right after that. One of those jobs was another freelance gig, which was something that I wasn't really feeling like doing at the time. I really wanted something just more full-time and reliable. They offered me to go ahead and give them a call and all this stuff, but I still had a weird vibe about it, and that's one thing I definitely do recommend for anyone who's gonna be post-grad or anything like that. Really go off of your instinct and your gut, because seriously, I did not feel comfortable that well. They kept calling me every so often. Literally, I would get calls, like random calls from them without them advising me that they were going to call me through email or anything like that, and they would just kind of like tell me about the project. Like they called me like 3 times telling me about the project, but they never fully gave me an interview. Like it was mostly them telling me about the project and not me telling them about myself, which was such like a weird one-sided situation. So right after that, I got another message from this company, which actually ends up being the company that I'm working for now, which was like the second company that messaged me right back. And they were just saying, hey, like, what's your schedule for next week? Like, we really want to know. I looked way more into the company and I got really excited because they have an abundance of benefits and amazing things that they do, and they even give back as a company, and it's just an amazing place to work in. And I just remember looking at it and being like, oh my god, like this is a really good place and I would love to work here. I even have journals, like journal entries of me talking about this job and saying how good it felt and how like amazing it seemed like as a company and as a vibe, as a culture. And I remember just talking about it way too much. I even remember like drawing a picture. I'm kind of embarrassed to like show the journal entries, but I can definitely show you the drawings. Hold up, let me get them. So one of the things that I kept in mind while interviewing and while going through the whole like applying application process was really just setting my priorities and what I really value in a company and what I would really want in a company. I also was looking for a job that had a lot of balance. So what I did was I drew out a bunch of things that I wanted to do, so like, or how my day would go about. So what I did is like I put myself eating breakfast, driving to work, the work clothes I would wear, and then working out. And what's crazy is that normally someone works out before work or after work, but where I work, which is an amazing thing, I can work between my hours, which they're like totally okay with. They're super flexible. Okay, so what I was about to say in this clip was actually really confusing, so I'm just going to stop right here and describe it to you, because what really happened was when I did not have the job yet, I had the journal and I would write in the journal every day and talk about how the job that I was going to have was going to be amazing, blah blah blah. So in this journal entry that I'm showing you here, what is happening is that I actually drew myself going to work. And then for some reason, I also drew me working out in between my work hours, which is something that's not normal. And what's crazy is that normal jobs wouldn't really do that. But my job or my company really values health. And now I am able to actually work out and exercise between my hours of work. One of the other main themes that I wanted to talk about in this video is sometimes God has a better plan for you. Let's move on. That company got back to me and they asked for my schedule for the interview or whatever, and I sent it over. They didn't reply that whole week after. And that whole week I felt so, I don't like to use this word, but so depressed and so alone, and I felt very, how do I say this? I felt like there was no progress, and it really had me at a low at that whole week. Even though I knew that something was going to come up, I felt it in me, I still felt very alone, and I felt very depressed, and I try to hide it as much as I could, especially in videos sometimes, or even with people in real life, but things happen. So until the end of that week, I still haven't gotten a message back from the company that messaged me saying they wanted to like meet with me. And then I get a message from this company. One thing I did not mention was that right after college, I got a call from Netflix. And I don't know if I'm supposed to be saying this, but anyways, I got a call from Netflix and I got an interview with them. So it was a phone screen interview, which is normally the process is phone screen interview, then face-to-face and face-to-face again, and whatever happens after that. So I got a phone interview with them. I thought I did so well until later on I realized I didn't, because they didn't offer me the position. After that, I kind of got my hopes down on big brands or big companies like Netflix and all ABC and all these companies. I still kept applying to them, but I knew that it was better if I started off somewhere smaller. That Friday, I got a message from NBC. I did the whole phone screen interview. I thought I did decently well, way better than the Netflix one for sure. The recruiter had told me, hey, listen, just message me by next week and then we'll figure out how you're gonna come in here for an in-person interview. And I got so excited. I was like, I'm gonna work for NBC. This is gonna be amazing. Everyone's gonna think it's so cool, and everyone's gonna be so proud of me, and I'm gonna be so proud of me. And then I figured out what my intentions were with that job. The only thing that I was focusing on was not the position, really, was me working in such a big place and saying that I worked there. Like, all I cared about was telling other people I work at NBC, I work at NBC, I work at NBC, and that's all I really cared about. That really made me realize that my intentions weren't right and weren't correct, and my intentions weren't what they should have been, really. This is the part where the drama comes in. I got another call from this company saying, we're really interested in you coming in and being a post-production assistant. I was like, that's amazing, let's do it. Let's go out for an interview, even if it's just for practice. So I go out for the interview. I get there, it's like super fancy, like very like modern and everything. It's mainly male dominated in the post-production industry, so it was a bunch of guys just running around, but there was this one girl, and she was a person who was going to interview me, one of like the recruiters, I'm guessing, or I don't really know what her position was, but yeah, so I actually ended up getting that position. Did I accept it? No, but let me tell you why. So I got a message from them after my interview and after everything saying, "Good morning, Jennifer. Thank you so much for your interest in the position. I would like to offer you the post-production PA position here at blank. I would love to have you in our team. Let me know if you're still interested in the position. Once I hear back, we can discuss scheduling." But I did not want to work for that company, and you really have to focus on where you want to work, because that just, it's going to decipher whether you're going to last there or not, and whether you're going to have problems there or not, or whatever it is. Because truly this company, I just didn't feel, not that I didn't feel welcome, it's just I didn't feel like it was for me. I didn't feel like I fit there, if that makes any sense. I was waiting for an offer from NBC as well. So I replied telling them if I can get back to them in a couple days. But what ended up happening was that they were under the impression that I was available right away. And what I had to do at that point was give up my position, because I knew I wasn't going to like it there as much. So I decided to deny my position. I told them, "I'm sorry, but I do not want this position." They get back to me and they say, "Thanks for your interest in the position here at blank. We have reviewed your application. Unfortunately, you are not the right fit for the position at this time. I'm sorry for the disappointing news. Best of luck in your research." This same company offered me the position that day. I told them if I can give them a response in 2 more days. They said no, and then they replied back saying, "Unfortunately, you're not fit for this position." What? Like, how am I not fit for this position? You just offered it to me and then I denied it. I don't know. They were probably salty. I was definitely a little salty after I saw that. I was like, what? Like, what does this even mean? I just did not understand it. This really proved how the people in the company were, and the vibes there, they were kind of weird. The week after that, which I believe was the 3rd or 2nd week of October, I got a message from that same company that had asked me for my interview time, for my schedule, that never got back to me. And they came back to me saying, "Hey, listen, like, can you send us your schedule for this week? Like, we're so sorry we didn't get back to you last week." So I'm like, okay, you know what? Let's just try it. I'm driving into the interview that day. That same day was the same day that NBC was gonna message me and tell me if I was going forward with the position or not. So I was a bit nervous. I was also driving for an interview, so I was a bit more nervous. So as I'm driving over there, I'm thinking, will I get this job? Or maybe I should just like not care about the job that I'm driving to, because NBC seems so like promising and they seem like they really liked everything. I get there and I'm parked. Then I grab my stuff and I'm walking towards the door of this building where this company is. So these are my last 2 options. The company, let's call it Company X and NBC. So those are the 2 options. So I'm walking towards the door to the interview at Company X. And I get this email from NBC that says, "Hey Jennifer, thanks for following up. We had a meeting earlier this morning and the team has decided they no longer need this role. So sorry about this update, but we closed the role on our careers website and we wish you the best luck." And as you can imagine, I was bummed. I'm walking towards this building in my head thinking, I have these 2 options. These 2 are great companies. This company, Company X, the one I'm walking into the interview, seems very amazing and they seem to have a lot of benefits, but this company is Universal. This is NBC. Like, this is amazing. This is like the jackpot, literally. Like, this is gonna get me where I want to be. Like, this is gonna make all my dreams come true. This is gonna make all my dreams come true. So I have NBC and I have Company X. Company X, what I'm calling it now. I get that message and just NBC just disappears. And all is left is Company X. After I had been rejected by companies, after I had rejected companies, this was the only one standing. I'm standing there thinking, oh my God, this is literally the only thing left, the only position left. But I knew that I would be really happy with this position at Company X. So I go in, I go up the elevator, I have an amazing interview. The people that I met were amazing. They were so welcoming, they were so cool. The environment seemed so free and so relaxed and very chill, and they really cared about you, and they told me about everything that they were going to offer to me. Hey guys, so sorry, but my camera actually just died, but I really want to finish the story for you guys. But anyways, I didn't feel like, oh, this is my last option, like I have to settle for it. It was like, this is my last option and I'm okay with it because it seems like a great company. I just kind of was way more chill with this one. I did not start researching right away and like trying to figure out everything out about like the interview process there or people who work there or anything. I was just so tired from being so obsessed with trying to work at NBC that at that point I just kind of, not that I didn't care, it's just I just kind of waited patiently, and I was just like, you know what, God, universe, if you really want me to have this job, then let me know, you know, make it become what it is. But if not, then I'm totally okay with that. I guess I have to start from scratch. And that, kids, is called surrendering. And when you surrender, that is when the true blessings come to you. And let me tell you, I have experienced this firsthand. I just felt so relieved after I got off of that interview, which is normally what you don't feel after an interview, but I felt so relieved. And as I was driving home, I felt okay. I was like, it's gonna be okay. I get this position, that's fine. I don't, then whatever. But deep down inside, I also felt like this might be it, because all I thought about was these two positions, mainly Universal, and Universal just kind of took my position down and I have this left. This is gonna be it. But I didn't stress out about it way too much. So what I ended up doing was just live my life. We did have some hardships the week after that because one of my friends had passed. So a bit longer than a week passes by. I wasn't as focused on, are they gonna call me right now? Like, what's gonna happen? Do they want me? Do they not want me? Like, you know, stuff like that. I wasn't focused on that anymore. I just surrendered it and I had left it up. I let it go, which is what you're supposed to do, really. Towards the end of the day, me and my friend Karen, we came back to my house and we were just chilling in my room. We were talking, and then as we're talking, I get this phone call. And it was like those 1-800, I believe, phone calls, and I was like, oh, I shouldn't even answer. But something inside me like led my hand to my phone, and was like, you better get this phone call, girl, because you just better get this phone call. I get the phone call, and on one of the hardest days that had been happening that whole month, I get one of the best news, which was the offering of that job for video editor. And full-time, and I go crazy. As soon as I hang up, I literally like start jumping up and down. My friend's so confused because she has no idea this has happened, like this has been going on, and I'm jumping up and down. I'm on the floor like almost crying. I'm like cheering and I'm like so excited, and I tell her everything about it. She goes crazy too, and it's crazy to reflect back on it. But anyways, that's pretty much the story. In between all my applications and interviews, I would pray so much. I would write on my gratitude journal all the time. Like, I would even go to the mall. I think there's like a video of me going to the mall and like getting clothes, like work clothes, because I was like, I need to dress the part. And it really, really did help, because literally the week after that, I had the job that I wanted. So with that said, I wanted to end this video. I'm red because I've been talking a lot, but I really wanted to end this video and let you guys know, don't give up, and to also have an idea of what you really want and what you really enjoy. And it's okay to do a lot of different things to try to test them out, but ultimately try to find something that you really, really would see yourself doing. And now that I've been working there for like a couple weeks, I really, really do see myself doing that. Like, it's just amazing. And yeah, I'm truly, truly blessed. And I really hope this testimony makes you kind of let go and allow things to come into your life. Just letting go is the best way to go, and I really, really do recommend that. What's crazy is that now I understand why the universe had this plan for me and this job for me. And now that I'm able to compare both jobs, both options that I had from a different perspective, I definitely do see that where I work now has 20 times more benefits than if I were to work at where I wanted to work, which was NBC. I'm not saying NBC is a bad company at all. They're an amazing company as well, but for what I was looking for and for what I saw in my journal and in what I truly wanted. This was the perfect job for me, and this was like my dream job that I wanted. And it really just took a learning lesson in order for me to actually see that and see past a label, and for me to see past a name or that ego side of myself. Take my experience as a learning lesson. Try to be receptive to your own gut and to your own instincts, because sometimes that's what is best and that's what the universe is leaning you towards. With that said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I know it's a very, very long video. Like, even my camera died. That's how long I've been talking for. I pray that you get whatever you desire, and just believe that it'll come to you. And sometimes in the most unexpected times, the best things will happen to you. Just trust that, and don't be on the lookout every single minute of your day. Just enjoy your day, enjoy your life, and keep living, honey.